Hey, what's up YouTube? This is James Pooser bringing you a video review. This is my first video review. I'm very excited about it. This is in response to my 10 subscribers on YouTube. Recently reached a milestone, so I'm very, very excited about that. Some quick shout-outs. Denise Pooser, Angel Williams, Quintavious Johnson, Brandon K. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Sorry, dude. Yeah. Just a few shoutouts. There are many others that have subscribed to my page. That I haven't memorized your names. I apologize for that. Just know that you are appreciated and commemorated on that. So thank you guys very much. I think the count is up to 12 as of today. 11, 13. So yeah. Anyway, this is my custom painted Dark of the Moon Firebird Optimus Prime, and as you can see, I have his trailer right here. So I'm gonna go to the trailer now, and we'll get back to Prime in a minute. Overall, I believe this trailer is standard size. As you can see, as I open it up, I have Ratchet in there, and I have Jazz in there with a little bit of space in between them. So, I guess this is a good size trailer for me to use. I do plan on customizing this. It's going to take a lot of work. I'm planning on making a weapon stock for him. So, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Back to Prime himself, in the truck mode, this whole part used to be blue, is now red with blue flames along with the tire cover right here. The gas can, the fuel tanks are now painted silver, a gunmetal gray. You see the door outline. Along with that, I got rid of all the orange up here on top, and I changed these lights with the smokestack. The only orange that's left is right here on the grill. I even got rid of the orange for the eyes. The back part here is red with that gold bit. That'll be explained later in robot mode. And this part back here is the silver along with the tail lights. Yeah, so that's basically what I did to paint this guy. Basically, for those of you who don't know, or who haven't cared to notice, basically what they did with this Dark of the Moon toy line is they just got rid of all the gimmicks, and they just put them in the MechTech weapons, as you can see here. This is his blaster that I just painted in an entire gunmetal gray, and when you transform it, you've got that yellow wire, that red wire connecting the missiles to the rest of the gun. You've got his gold ammunition down there on the bottom, and then here's his axe rifle weapon. I didn't bother to paint the actual blade of it. I paint the actual blade because I kind of like it the way it is, so I guess I'm going to leave it like that, but everything else is just a gunmetal gray. And that's the thing about these figures. Guys, if you get these figures, you do not paint them. I guarantee you will be disappointed. Because once I transform this guy and put him in the robot mode, you will see what I'm talking about. For most of you who have seen reviews of the Dark of the Moon Voyager Optimus mold, you've probably seen this transformation a million times. So, I'm not going to bother showing it. I'm just going to do a little movie magic and edit him. So, when he transforms, he goes from looking like this, and he goes to look like this. And, as I've said, I absolutely love this figure. In my opinion, I have seen the Hunt for the Decepticons mold, which is basically a scaled-down version of the leader class Optimus Prime. And in my opinion, it's a good mold, but I do believe they did some good things with this figure. This is not a terrible figure, guys. It's not a terrible figure. This is one of the best figures, best Voyager Primes we've ever gotten. Besides the first movie mold, who had the whole front of the truck on his back, and they just put in some fake robot cable parts, and they put the sleeper for his legs. That's basically it, which made him about this tall, where my index finger is, about up here, way off camera. So yeah, so let me give Prime his close-up here, so I can kind of show off what I did. First things first, as you can see there on his head, that gold bit right there, as he has, if you've seen pictures of Optimus Prime, or if you just look at models of him on the internet, you will notice he has that gold bit there, along with the silver antenna ears. I don't like to call them that, but I'm going to call them that for now because I don't have a term for them. His face plate, that silver piece that was right there in the middle of his head is now painted. As you can see, I've gotten rid of the light piping. I just painted over that a gunmetal gray. There's still some detailing I have to do on the back of his head, but you get the general idea. His chest was originally blue, I think. I painted that black. I painted the doors. I put some flames on those. Repainted the chest. Got rid of that red all around there. Painted the headlights. The arms, I extended that circular red piece that's on his shoulder. Painted the fire on his shoulder pads. That blue part right there is painted. His hands, gunmetal gray. The back of his arms are painted. You can see that. The back of his arms are painted. His torso, that blue part in there, you can see the gold, all that gray, that gunmetal gray in there, the metallic gunmetal gray, the fuel tanks, as you can see. This right here, which makes up the sleeper, part of the sleeper, that was already painted. I'm not going to take credit for that. Hasbro did that, not me. That red part makes up the front of the trailer right there. The wheels I had to paint. I don't know why Hasbro didn't paint the wheels. The wheels are fake. The real back wheels end up right here on his feet, on this side, and on that side. Got rid of the orange here, as you can see. There's the sleeper right there on his leg. I'm sorry you guys didn't see that. There's the sleeper right there on his leg. That gold bit, that gold joint right there. You flip it around this side, you can see the silver parts in here, the gunmetal gray. I have to keep saying that. Gunmetal gray. One thing I've noticed is that I've seen pictures of Optimus, looked up close-ups of the detail and stuff, and the whole reason this right here and this right here is here on his vehicle mode is for the robot mode. If you see pictures of him, you will notice this part is actually in there. This whole piece, this wheel right here, is not supposed to be here. That's one of the things they kind of got wrong with this figure. This side, it's okay, because he actually does have the wheel weld and the wheel on this side. This side is just supposed to be this single gray piece. That's where this wheel is supposed to be on this side. This side is just supposed to be empty. That gold bit's supposed to be there. That red bit's supposed to be there. And all this in there is supposed to be black, gray, whatever. I just painted it black so it would blend better. And if you can see that, the flames that I painted on there, same on the other side there. And also the blue piece right there, along with the gunmetal gray right there. And as you can see throughout the figure, especially on his legs, his torso, and his hands, the gunmetal gray that makes this figure, and on the top, makes this figure stand out a whole lot better. And it brings out all that detail, as you can see in there, especially on his back and his legs. The detail that you put that goes into these figures, especially when you paint them. I did the same thing to Air Raid, and for those of you that know, Air Raid came and he looked like Roadbuster. He was just not painted at all. He had no paint on him whatsoever, and it just looked terrible. For comparison, is with Air Raid, and as you can see, what I was talking about with Air Raid. The camera. All this gunmetal gray you see in here was all this very boring, very light gray plastic, and it just made this figure look terrible. You can see right there on his leg, the gray. It was mainly on his arms and his legs. Now I just painted that in there to pop out some of the detail you can see in there. It was just not painted at all. It just made this figure look dull and boring and all that. You can especially see it from the back, how better this figure looks because we paint them. And we set Air Raid off to the side. And here he is in comparison to his arch enemy, his former friend on Cybertron, Megatron, Lord Megatron, the Harbinger of Death. And as you can see, this is the first movie mold of Megatron, which I think is the best one of all of them, because this is the one where he was just the most powerful. And if the army hadn't come in, I honestly think he would have killed Optimus. So it's a good thing that the Autobots sided with the soldiers. As you can see, Megatron painted up all the detail throughout that was not visible before. You can see his fusion cannon right there. The inside I painted black. The tip of it broke off, so I can't fire missiles anymore, unfortunately. Yeah. And one thing I've also noticed that the Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Voyager Megatron has very, very similar to this guy right here. This guy. Yeah. One thing I've noticed is that his shoulder pads, they both have these extra pieces right here on the side. So that's very interesting to me with that feature. Thought I should point that out. So set Megatron to the side. And here he is with his brother, one of his Prime brothers, Sentinel Prime, who is one of the... Wow. What a surprise in Dark of the Moon. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys who haven't seen it, but wow, what a surprise. Who would have known, right? I mean, wow. Okay, I'm done talking about that. Onto Sentinel himself, I did some extensive painting with this guy. The thing was, this guy is not very accurate to the model. I mean, he is accurate in some parts, but it was very, very difficult for me to paint this guy, find matching parts that match the model and all that. But as you can see, I've got it done. The chest, I did. All this stuff in here, inside his shoulders, is done. His face was completely wrong, so I completely redid that. You can see there. It's not focusing as well as I'd like it to, but you guys get the general idea. And you can even see that I painted some of his light piping. I didn't paint all of it. I left this part back here. If you can see that, I rubbed that middle piece off. As you can see, the rest of it is blue. And I intentionally intended to paint over the whole thing, but then I saw that, awkwardly enough, as you can see, if you look at his eyes, you can probably see he has eyeballs. I did not intend for that to happen, because originally I painted it over completely, because I didn't like the white, and I tried to rub it off. It was very hard to rub off, so he stuck with eyeballs, and I kind of actually like that, so I'm going to leave it like that. His arms, his legs, and the back, which is completely silver, and it's very bright. So, here he is with the figures that I have painted so far. There's Megatron, Optimus, Sentinel, and Ares. Yeah. So, yeah. Now, back to Optimus himself. Guys, despite what you may hear on the internet, in my opinion, now, this is just this guy right here, him, that guy behind the camera, this is his opinion, my opinion. This Optimus Prime is an excellent figure. Despite the wheels on his arms, which is inaccurate, despite his chest being too small, which is inaccurate, despite the fuel tanks that everybody actually hates on his back, which are actually on his back in robot mode, and despite the solar panels that no one knows what they are except for me. I understand why they're there. It's just no one else cares. They just want a regular Optimus Prime. Whatever. The heat shields is what they're called. The heat shields work for me. I like the heat shields. I love this figure. I absolutely love it. I do not have the Hump Decepticons Optimus Prime. And as I've said before, it looks too robust to me. And the one thing they've got, I think I forgot to mention this earlier, one thing they got right with the Voyager Optimus Prime is the legs. That's the one thing they got right, is the legs. It does not have, like the Hump Decepticons Optimus, it has the sleeper right here for the legs. It doesn't have the steps right here sticking out from his leg. I hate that. God, I hate that. Oh, sorry, Sentinel. You probably deserve it, though. I don't know if you heard that. The Sentinel just fell. Look at it. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I love this figure. And, here's a quick snap of Optimus with his... Okay, here he is with his weapons. And, if you have these two versions of Prime, the regular mold and the Firebirth mold, then I think, in my opinion, you're going to want to get the Takara mold. Because having these two weapons, it just does not complete the set for me. I'm going to have to go out and get that Takara Optimus. Now, I am very happy with this Optimus, so I do not need another Optimus. I just want the trailer, his weapon, the gun blaster that turns to a sword, and his fuel tanks, so I can replace these. I do like these, but I'd like for them to be flush in there like they are with the Katara Optimus. So, yeah, and also, if you guys will wait on a second, I apologize for this lengthy video, but just hang on first thing you guys are going to notice is that this Optimus, there's something on his back, isn't there? Wow, what could that be? So we turn him around, and look! There's the jetpack you guys have been gnawing about all the time. Look! Right there on his back. He already came with the jetpack. He just needed the wings. So what did I do? I used my Lego set that it's just sitting in the corner collecting dust, and I made him a wing pack. It's not accurate, I know, but this works for this figure. I don't know, but it looks like it was made for this guy. I mean, these two pieces came from a bike set. It was a 2-in-1 bike set, I think. There's a black one and a red one. I don't remember what it was called. The tops of these, the sides of the doors in his truck mode, fit perfectly in these slots, and it just slides right in between there, and then you fold out his jetpack, and there you go. He's his jetpack, and he's ready to go. Like that. Yeah, he's just ready to start flying away. Come back, we're not done. But yes, that's what I did. Okay, so that was my 10 subscriber special. If you guys stick around a little bit longer, I really apologize for this lengthy video, but I just wanted to get these criticizers out of the way. This is not a bad figure. If you guys want to pick this figure up, go ahead and pick it up. I highly recommend it. You will not be disappointed if you take my advice. So yeah, at the end of this video, I will be making a mini stop motion for Optimus Prime. I know I was supposed to upload Records vs. Dreads Part 3 last week. I took a little bye week because I was painting up these guys. So yeah, I'm gonna do a mini stop motion with Optimus Prime for my 10 subscriber special, which is now 12 subscribers. So stick around, guys. Tell your friends about everybody. Tell them what I do. I will be posting my page on Facebook, so look out for that. Till next time, guys. Thanks a lot. 10 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who subscribed, and enjoy the video.
It is true, Master. Project Predacon is nearly complete, but no doubt the Autobots are on our trail. The drones can only hold them off for so long. I hear you, Shockwave. But hurry. I feel that the Autobots also know of our plans. Starting with Optimus Prime. Or, rather, Orion Pax. Which one would you prefer, Optimus?
Megatron, today you answer for your crimes against Cybertron and against humanity.
After all these years, Optimus, you do not know how to hold a weapon? You never cease to lose, and you fail to realize. Isn't that the same axe that so-called Mr. Cybertron? The same axe I used to defeat you, Megatron.
One shall stand, and one shall fall. You, Optimus Prime!